welcome back to the journey, friends. So yes, today we're making pine tar. At least I'm gonna attempt to make some pine tar. You see I already got the fire going. You'll actually see that later. But before we get going and making pine tar, let's go ahead and jump into seeing what do we get done. Here it is, Saturday. We're actually gonna come out here and do a little bit more clearing. I mean, obviously we got a lot that we need to clear over here too, but right now we're still focusing on the driveway. If you guys have not seen that first video, then I can always put it up here in the corner, or I think it's over in this corner. But anyway, yeah, it's getting started. We've got a lot of stuff done, and just, I mean, cutting trees, right? We can kind of sit there and show you guys over and over and over again that we need to cut trees. But as of right now, you know, we're still pinching pennies to be able to get the dozer over here. But like I said, we still have plenty enough time as of right now, right? Plenty enough time to be able to get this situated back behind me. And someone even had asked, I forgot who it was, hey, can you, I think it was Mike Ross, I believe, was, can we mulch the stuff instead of burning it? And the answer to that is, yeah, sure, we could. But I do know that some of the ashes, right, is beneficial to some of the things that you can be doing, i.e. gardening, putting it in the pond, right, for helping clear the waters and such, giving it to chickens for dust bath. So there's plenty of uses that we have for burning, right, to be able to have that stockpile of ash, and obviously being able to have stockpile bugs. Ugh, I hate it when they do that. They come land right in your face. You know, be able to have the stockpile of wood chips, you know, definitely could do that as well. And I'm not saying that, you know, we can or cannot, but obviously the wood chipper that we have is still borrowed. And thanks again to Tiny Butt Nugget Homestead for allowing us to use that. So we will be doing both, but let's go ahead and head over here. Dad's been catching some crawfish for bait. Ooh, I just saw a frog. I don't know if you've heard them, which was weird because I came over here the other day, yesterday, and because I was moving cameras and stuff around, and I kept hearing, you know, it's like the bullfrogs, right? They have a certain sound, and it's like a cry, right? And there's a bunch of birds over here, all in this area. I was like, man, what's going on over here? Well, I think that a frog and a bird were doing stuff together or having conversations or whatnot, because whenever I walked in there, it was a giant bullfrog that had jumped. I mean, he was way up in here and he jumped all the way across. It took him about 6 jumps to get back over here into the creek. But he was over there hanging out with the birds. I was like, what the heck? What's going on? Y'all having a potty? But yeah, gonna get over here. You see Dad's still messing with all of his metal stuff. We're actually been borrowing a trailer. Well, we used this. We actually went to go help a Black Sheep project go get a vehicle, and we took the trailer with, you know, just in the event that we needed to use it. But I actually drove it back and it worked great. But we still got the trailer. We need to get it back. But look, you can see all that we got going on over here. So our stockpile of wood ash, that, and we do use this for stuff, okay, and that's why we're still burning and getting a good stockpile. And then we'll come up and we actually will be putting this, you know, into drums or barrels or whatnot, you know, to be able to utilize for other things. Okay, so that's while we're doing it, we don't just let it, run off. As right now, as it's rained and things, we haven't been able to collect it all the time, but I am trying to do that. So, and some of this pine as well, this loblolly pine, like you can see, it's got a lot of sap, and I would actually like to cut up some of this too and put it, which I need to find a metal container to actually start making some pine tar. You can utilize that pine tar on the bottom of like the cedar posts, which, I mean, I got a lot of pine over here too, and cedar. This is stuff that we're either chopping up like this, and we're kind of like utilizing because I still need to go get some metal drums to make a charcoal retort. And we're going to utilize some of this stuff, for the fire outside. And then we'll be chopping up some of, like our good hardwoods, right? We got some oak in there. There's some ironwood. There's some other stuff, right? Some of the hardwoods will go into the barrel for making the charcoal, okay? And then this stuff will be for the fire outside to make the charcoal, right? Because utilizing pine for that, because it burns really, really hot, right? Any of your cedars, your pines, they burn really, really hot. That's why you don't want to use that as a fire inside. But it's good for campfires, any type of fires outside, but then also utilizing that for making charcoal, okay? But then, like I was saying, with that pine tar, right? Any type, like we have cedar here. Some of this is junk wood, some of this is good wood, but some of this bigger cedar that we want to use for posts and such, not that one, right? That's kind of a big old ugly cedar, but I don't know, that I wouldn't mind putting that up on a mill, kind of seeing what it looks like, but it's going to have a lot of knots in it. I was actually thinking about doing more of like a tabletop with that. Kind of see how it turns out. But anyway, using that pine tar on the bottom of these cedar posts, and it kind of helps because, for one, cedar's really rot resistant, especially the inner, right? Because you're gonna have your sapwood, which this is kind of a bad example to see, but this heartwood on the inside, all the red stuff, it does not rot at all, right? So, because you can see, all the dark wood, because all the sapwood, it eventually, will rot, and bugs and stuff will get to it, but it takes a long time. But if you put that pine tar on the outside of it before putting it in the ground, man, it's basically there forever. But we got a lot of this loblolly pine, and this is all, the southern yellow pine. But as you see, right, I mean, just look how much sap is dripping out of that thing. Just loaded with sap. And it's just dripping to the ground to go on the waste. So, I know. Just ill-prepared. And as we're dragging this, Dad had dragged a lot of the metal that was sitting over there in the corner. But this is what we're doing. We're still, just clearing it up. Chopping the branches off and such. As I walk over here to be able to kind of show you all the progress, we do have another product we'd like to show you, and it kind of goes in with what we're doing here today. So maybe you have a project at home that you would like to be able to trim up some stuff, or you have, a home project that you might need this product to use, and it's something small, something handy. So as I'm walking, I know, fat kid, right? Let's go check out this product, and we'll be right back. You sometimes have a hard time trying to get your saw started? Let's check out today's video sponsor, or product review. Yeah, product review. All right, so yeah, like you has seen, you never know. Sometimes your chainsaw might not start. I've never really had an issue with that. But anyway, the video or the product that we're actually going to be testing out today. So I actually went and I picked up the box from the post office, came back, opened it up, did all the stuff. Obviously, again, the saw, the 2 batteries, glasses, like safety glasses. It has the manual, it has white gloves, has all that stuff, right? Well, this is HiSea, so we're actually going back with a HiSea product. This is a handheld reciprocating saw. And what's neat about this is that it actually has a low and a high. So low speed, fast speed. Well, I thought it was pretty neat. It does have a little lock, trigger lock. That way, as you're walking around or whatnot, you're not going to accidentally pull the trigger to hurt yourself. It does come with several different blades for wood cutting, long blades. I have the long blade in there because we're actually going to take this up to the front. We're going to give it a little test. That way you guys can see how well it's doing. Kind of the same stuff that we're going to be doing with the chainsaw, but I just want to see how well this handles that. And then be able to use this for yard work, because that's what we're doing now. We're clearing land by hand, so be able to see how well it does that. And then there's some other things that we'll probably go ahead and use it. You just won't be seeing it on this video here, because we don't have that work to do yet. I know that Dad has mechanical stuff, he has metal stuff that he cuts up and those things, and he will definitely be utilizing this because I'm going to let him have it once I'm done testing it. So, all right. Well, anyway, without further ado, let's head up to the front of the property. Let's go give this thing a test and see how it cuts. So like I said, Dad has plenty of metal to cut up, but we don't normally show this on video. It's kind of like his little side gig thing. So he will be utilizing the saw, just not in the video. But one of the things we have been doing is cutting down trees, clearing out the property, getting ready for one of our big projects. And including with that is limbs. Well, sometimes make these limbs smaller so we can put them into the burn pit. It's kind of a waste of gas using the big old chainsaw. So let's check out the HiSea, see how it performs. All right, so there you go. The HiSea handheld battery operated reciprocating saw. Whew, words are hard. And yes, with this, I think it's going to work great for what we need to do. The only thing that I would recommend is obviously getting a better blade. And I kind of already knew once I saw this. And hey, you're going to have good blades and bad blades. Even with some of the other things out there, but it does come with the standard tip on the back, so you can get out there and get yourself a good blade to put on this thing, and it'll work really well. And I highly suggest using more of a pruning type. So this is more just woodworking, right? It'd be good for getting in, cutting off 2x4s or cutting, trim boards or any of that type of wood. But for more of this is pruning. This is what this is considered pruning. Get an actual pruning blade for it and it'll work great. But yeah, definitely check it out. So we will have the link down in the description. I'll also pin it to the top comment. So get over there, check them out. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks again to HiSea for reaching out and providing us with this amazing saw. All right, let's get back to clearing some woods. Yeah, there you go. So like I said, once again, that link will be down in the description. So far, I mean, it looks like it could be really useful. I'm giving it to Dad, so I already know he'll have a lot more uses for it than I will. And I've been over here looking. Man, my neighbor's been over there clearing land. He's got a big old dozer sitting over there. Yeah. I've only talked to him one time. Sure, it would be nice to be able to utilize that. I don't know. Who knows, maybe one day. I just never see him, but here we go. As you can see, it's pretty much cleared out. I only got basically that one branch I still got to cut, and this is done. So we didn't show the entire process of this. Still trying to get this road fixed. I know. We still got to get over here and kind of clear up a little bit too. Still got a few logs sitting there. That's the cedar. So I got some pine sitting over here. But all this pine will get, chopped up and utilized for stuff. So like this one is dead, right? It's no longer giving out sap. But this one, right, it's still leaching sap. So I would like to get some of this small stuff and see if we can't heat it up and get it to leach some pine tar. And then still got a cedar here. Obviously there's a lot of barbed wire that we got to clear out, but I do think that I'm gonna get rid of this one pine here that's so close. I mean, it's not impeding the road. And then like I said, I still got to cut this one branch and then we're done. I think we'll have enough space coming through, so we just left those stumps. So in the event that we get over here with a dozer, right, a lot easier to get stumps out of the ground when they're up high, because they still have the leverage to kind of push it over and get up those root balls. But eventually, right, all this is going to get cleared out eventually, but we're not too worried about it right now. And then coming over here, we got one other big tree that we're still kind of clearing out. And it's this guy right here. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But I don't think I'm going to need to show all of this, because like I said, I do want to try to find some type of can or whatnot to be able to make some pine tar. And the wife's gonna come over here and run me over. Where you going, baby?
I guess to go get water.
Going to get some water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need you to get all of the stuff out though. You're back.
Okay.
You want to come with me?
I want to go with you. I can if you would like me to.
Sure.
Give you companies.
Sure, just you and I.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna go do a day date, go get some water,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back, get some work done.
Yep.
All right. Gladys's idea of a day date, shopping, filling water.
With a little bit of gas in our Jeep. So we're stretching this.
Yep.
And help.
Okay, so while this is still plenty hot on the bottom, I went ahead and pulled some of my ash away, piled up all the stuff that was just around the ring, stuff that's already basically been semi-charred or dried out some. Got a nice smoke going. So while that's getting prepped, starting to get some more red coals, because what I want to do is go ahead and get some really hot coals going, kind of pull some of those off to the side back here in the back. And then I'm going to put up a little setup for the pine tar. Little on the full side. That's all right. A little bit of extra lube never hurts. That's what she said. my knee. Oh, right into the soft spot on my knee. Oh, that hurts. Oh, why's it always got to be the kneecap? Helps if you hit it. I've seen people do this with bark on and bark off. I have never made pine tar before. It's actually going to be my first time. So I think I'll do a mixture of a little bit of both in the bucket. See how well it goes. Cut up another smaller one for that smaller can. Make that fit right there. All right, let's go throw them on the fire. My catch basin might be a little too far away, but we'll see what happens. And that's the reason why I wanted to put that off to the back, is so we can still burn up in the front, because we still got a lot to do, don't we, baby?
Yep.
Don't we?
Yep.
Oh, and in your own words, so I'd already answered this, but let's see what you say. We actually had a subscriber said, why aren't you using the wood chipper instead of burning? Or they asked us, could we wood chip instead of burning? But I would like to know what you say.
Of course we could wood chip instead of burning if we had a wood chipper.
We do. We have the one borrowed.
The one borrowed?
But do you prefer to wood chip or do you prefer to burn?
I rather just burn it.
Burn it.
I rather just burn it, because that wood chipper is like a liability.
Yes and no.
Oh gosh.
But anyway.
Wood chipper. It really needs some love and tender.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm helping.
Just admit it that you're a pyro and you just like to burn stuff.
Whatever.
All right, so we've been out here for the majority of the afternoon, a few hours, and I've been letting the cans cook just to kind of see what's going on, but I don't know if you can kind of see that my shirt's sticking to me. So my sweat clock is way past due. I've been hitting the snooze on it a few times. So if you don't know what that means with the sweat clock, I guess you can ask the question down in the comments and I'll explain a little further. But are you ready to go? She's already sitting down. So anyway, let's go take a look at the cans. Let's see what we got. And I think we're going to head back to the house, or RV, I guess. We don't got a house yet, but it's coming. It's coming. So yeah, it's not supposed to do that. So I think the biggest thing with that is, well, for one, it's my first time ever doing it. So I'm not 100% certain of what I'm doing, but two, I'm not keeping a constant heat on those cans, and I know that you need that. So with burning this type of brush, for one, it's all green, so it kind of burns up the needles, but then the sticks, don't want to burn. So I'm not keeping good coals down in the fire to just kind of keep those cans at a constant hot temperature that you need for all that sap and all that stuff to come out to make your pine tar. So I will call this one a fail, but I'm not going to give up on it. I do want to try it again. Maybe not necessarily in this setting or this scenario. Maybe just doing more of a actual fire, getting some hot coals going with some, you know, wood or whatnot. But I'm not going to do it during the heat of the day, most definitely. But this is something that I will definitely try again in the near future. So, it's so hot. I'm so hot. I'm so hot. But anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day.
Yeah.
So, you want to close it out with me, baby? You haven't been in a video closeout in a hot minute.
1 hot minute, like, that was like 2 videos ago.
In a hot minute. Oh, you've been in the videos, but not at the end.
No. God, you're even dripping wet worse than I am.
I know. I told you it's sticking to me. So my sweat clock is like, I've slapped a snooze so many times that I think I broke it.
Well, guys, see you on the next one.
So no, that's not how that goes.
I know how that's not
First,
how
you
that
got a
goes.
video that you can check out over here. The playlist over on this side to follow the entire year's journey. Icons at the top.
Yep.
Make it easy to subscribe both here and to
Our other channel.
And then last but not least,
Always think a veteran at every chance you get.
not only on Veterans Day.
I will see you next time.
Later, y'all.
Bye.